Ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Chris Phillips here, the Daily Crow, the Spurs Up Show. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Got a packed show, got a lot to get into. It feels good to be back. It's been a while. It's been a week since we've done this. So, again, I appreciate you all tuning in, man. It feels good to talk to you guys once again, taking your questions, comments, calls. As always, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I see Lindsey Hagler, Travie, Darius, Dusty Rhodes, John Kruger, Lance Player, Tanner Land. The gang's all here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, it feels good to be back. Been a week since we've been live on the Daily Crow. And again, like I said, it feels very, very good to be chatting with you once again. If you're in the Big Cock Club Discord, by the way, guys, head over to the TDC Questions channel to be assured your questions are answered. First priority questions for the Daily Crow at the TDC Questions channel on the Big Cock Club Discord. But again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. We have got a lot to get into as we sit now just 26 days away from the start of this guy, the Shane Beamer era, and another Carolina kickoff awaits just 26 days from today. Guys, like I said, packed show. Before we get into everything, I do want to tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys, they're young but experienced and aggressive attorneys, both former prosecutors who used to represent insurance companies but switching sides. And they both worked at larger law firms where they've represented hundreds of clients at a time. And guys, they both left to start their own law firm because they understand you're not just a line item, you're not just a number, you're a real human being, and you should be treated as such. Guys, they're a small boutique law firm that treats their clients like family. They're going to know who you are and treat you like a client and not a number. They handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Guys, do not try to take on the insurance company yourself. Guys, you've been involved in any type of accident, no matter what it is, the last thing you should be worried about is paperwork and dealing with the insurance company. Let the experts over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm handle it for you, guys. They use the latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. And guys, like I said, let them take care of everything for you. You don't even pay them unless they recover money for you. Rami's in Columbia, Curtis in Charleston. They handle cases statewide. They also offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge. Give them a call today, guys, in Columbia, 803-973-0304, or in their Somerville location, 843-388-3368. Or, of course, guys, your one-stop shop, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That is dsinjurylaw.com for more information. Again, guys, it's our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Again, guys, it's great to be back. Taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Phil, what's going on? Elizabeth Ballard, appreciate it. Feels good to be back. Brack, what's going on, my guy? What is up? What is up? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's see. Lance says, hopefully your dynasty magic comes true. If it does, I'm buying Beamer Bush lattes for life. Yeah. I mean, yeah, 9-3, 7-1 in the SEC. I don't know that. I feel like Columbia would burn to the ground for different reasons if our season went the way my dynasty did. 9-3, 7-1 in SEC play, losing to Troy and East Carolina, but winning 7 straight to close out the season. What a roller coaster that would be. Phil, in the TDC Questions channel, the Big Cock Club Discord, says daily weather report for New Hampshire, 79 degrees and cloudy. Phil, it's hot here. I don't know the exact temperature. I'd have to look at the weather report, but it's hot. That's. I'll just put it that way. Weather report for Columbia, hot. We are in the dog days of August, quote unquote, right? I believe also today, by the way, was the first day in full pads for Carolina. I know we're not really getting any reports or anything from practice. We've got a guy on the inside, if you will, that's giving me some tidbits here and there. He's actually going to be at the scrimmage on Saturday, but we don't, there's really not a ton happening. It looks like actually today, though, Kevin Harris, Josh Vann, Jalen Brooks, and Chad Terrell will be speaking to the media. That via Ben Portnoy of the State. Ben, a good buddy of mine, does a really, really good job. So those guys will speak. So we'll have some quotes and everything else a little bit later today. Unfortunately, that's not going to be streamed live or anything. Also want to give a quick shout out to my buddies, by the way. Rooftop down in 5 Points. They gave me this tank top a while ago, and I just found it in my closet. I hadn't worn it ever. Actually, I think this is the first time I've ever worn it, so I appreciate those guys at Rooftop. And 5 Points, man, just hanging on for dear life. There's not much left. There's not much 5 Points left, to be honest with you, but we'll celebrate what's still there. So either way. Let's see. Lance Player says, it is hot as balls here. There you go. Attaboy. Travis says, well said, catch the damn ball. Yeah, so, of course, for today's show specifically, we talked wide receivers, the podcast, episode 479 that dropped this morning. The position unit preview series rolls on, talking Gamecocks wide receivers. So that's what inspired the whiteboard today. Also, some early fall camp takeaways. Did talk about that on the show, your listener questions, and a great conversation, fantastic interview. You guys probably know who he is already. Travis Haney, that was on the Gamecocks beat with the Post and Courier from 2007 to 2011. Also covered the Gamecocks in 04, 05-ish with the Augusta Chronicle, which is funny because that's kind of around where I'm from. I used to read the Augusta Chronicle growing up, so I was talking to him. It's crazy how life comes full circle, and Travis has done a fantastic job. He's out of the media game now, but did a fantastic job covering the Gamecocks, worked for ESPN as well. So very, very well-versed, very seasoned, very good at what he did, or what he does, I should say. He's a storyteller, written a couple of Gamecock books as well, Gamecock Glory, Gamecock, Repeat or whatever. He basically wrote books on the back-to-back national titles. Like I said, you guys probably already know who Travis Haney is, but it was an incredible conversation. Highly suggest you check that one out. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. Let's be sure the phone lines are open. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Again, guys, I appreciate y'all being cool, rocking and rolling with the content, rocking and rolling with me as I was out of town last week. I can tell you guys this. It was an incredible experience to get to see my brother and celebrating his accomplishments and everything. He's obviously headed off to AIT now in Panama City. His plan is to be an Army diver, but going up there, I'll be honest, the drive sucked, by the way. I will never drive to Missouri ever again. 12 plus hours in the car. Terrible, just terrible. But the time spent there, it was worth every second. It was great to see my brother, and like I said, celebrate his accomplishments, and something that, we'll obviously all never forget. And it was really, really cool. So again, thank you all so much for being, rocking and rolling with everything last week. But hey, we're in studio, man. I tell you, I look at my calendar right now, and for those in the Big Cock Club Discord, they've seen the calendar at this point, and dude, we're loaded. I mean, we're locked, loaded. We're ready to go. There's going to be no more back and forth, none of this, that. No, we're locked into the content from now until, and not that we haven't been, but you guys know what I mean. We are scheduled out, locked in from now until forever, basically. I mean, so we're locked in, man. Really, really good stuff. And again, appreciate you guys, love and support all the content. Appreciate everything. Phil bought 6 tickets to the Vandy game. Let's go see y'all there. Yeah, Phil will be at the Vandy game. Love to see that, Phil. Can't wait for that. Appreciate you, Phil. He also says, what happened to 5 Points government outreach, a.k.a. regulations? Harpoodling happened. And, just trying to shut down 5. I mean, dude, it's obviously a place where underage kids go. And it's a college scene, but, it's a little bit above my pay grade, Phil, but basically the politicians in Columbia, I guess they don't really like the scene there, and they're shutting it down or trying to shut it down. A lot of the favorite bars, Pabs is no longer around. Cover 3 is gone. Moosehead is gone. So there's only a few left standing, honestly. So we'll see what happens, but it's interesting times right now in 5 Points for sure. Sperminator in the TDC questions in the Mid-Cock Club Discord says, how do you think the offensive staff feels about playing with a lead and defensive staff feels about prevent? Sperminator, see, that's a question we're not going to know the answer to until we get into the season. I mean, I think this is going to be a staff that's going to be aggressive. I mean, if I had to guess, I think they're going to be aggressive. I don't think you can afford to be conservative. Like, I think in this day and age of college football, I just don't think you can afford to be conservative. I think you have to be, you have to lean on the aggressive side. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to go for it on every single 4th down. That doesn't mean we're never going to kick field goals, but I think you'll see them be more aggressive than the last staff. There's no question. But just how aggressive, and we don't know, man. I mean, one of the big question marks going in this season is what type of coach is Shane Beamer? How is he going to coach? Is he going to be a more conservative coach? Is he going to be a wildly aggressive coach? You know what I mean? So we don't know. I mean, we won't really get that answer until Carolina hits the field, and we just kind of let the season play out, and we'll see what happens. So let's see. Phil says Delaney's Irish Bar in 5 Points still exists. No, it does not. No, it does not. It does not, actually. Let's see. Brax is happy for your brother. That's a huge job, man. Super impressive and tough as hell to get into it. Yeah, no, we're really proud of him, Brack. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support for sure. Brian Welch, any news on what Coach Lake is going to do? Another coaching job, another profession? No idea on that end. Not 100% sure. I'd have to imagine he stays in coaching, but I don't know. I don't think Lake was even a paid assistant, so I think it's one of those things where it's pretty tough to do a job like that when you're not even paid. I mean, the only money he made was off of camps. You know what I mean? That's the only money he made. So, I wish him nothing but the best. It was great having him around, obviously, and Coach Lake was certainly an asset of the program, and obviously he was a Gamecock for sure. But got to do what you got to do. So, John Kruger, yes, Scott Wingo being back though, it's incredible. The GOAT has returned. The GOAT has officially returned. It's awesome, man. Bad Brad 757 says agreed, and we are coming off a 2-8 season. Why not be super aggressive? Yeah, you can't be so aggressive that you're literally playing yourself out of ball games. But I think you're going to see more of like, we're not going to be kicking 52-yarders or 53-yarders or certainly taking 7 minutes on a drive when you're down 2 scores. I just don't want to believe that's going to be the case with this staff. I don't want to believe it is. I think we're going to lean on the more aggressive side. Like I said, what do you have to lose? Like you said, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be an underdog in a lot of games. Be aggressive, man. To hell with it, be aggressive. I think the fan base can live with going for it on 4th down more often and being aggressive versus playing conservative and still losing. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Lance Player, the first kick we receive will be run back for a touchdown. Beer ball will strike early. Speak it into existence, my friend. I love that. Speak it into existence. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Kyle, any recruits going to game 1? Night game in Willie B2. I don't think the official list or anything has come out. I don't know of any recruits specifically that'll be there, but I'm sure they'll have some guys there. I'd have to imagine they'll have some guys there. It's going to be a raucous environment week 1, no doubt. Darius, any news how our defense is going to look? Everyone's talking about our offense. What about our defense? Yeah, 4-2-5. I think we'll be aggressive there too. But again, that is when I think defense, that is one of the biggest, if not the biggest question for me. Are we going to be more of a defense that believes we can get there with 4 and helps out our secondary and plays more coverage and kind of sits back? Or are we going to say, you know what? We've got to send more guys because we've got to get pressure on the quarterback because our secondary is not good enough to hold up for 3 or 4 seconds. Like, what are we going to do? Are we going to lean? Which side are we going to lean to? And again, I think you got to pick and choose your spots. You can't just blitz every play and you can't just sit back every play. But, again, the 4-2-5 scheme I like. I like Clayton White a lot as a DC. I think we all know the D-line is loaded with talent. But I talked about it a couple weeks ago when I broke down the Gamecocks defense as a whole, and the key to the season for the defense is the defensive line. They've got to live up to the hype. They have to live up to the hype, bottom line. They've got to be the unit we hope and expect them to be, bottom line. Because the secondary, I like the additions they made in the preseason. I think Shane Beamer, Torian Gray, I think they did as good a job as you could have asked for in regards to trying to flip the defensive back room or just boost the defensive back room with guys like Karan Prunty, Marcellus Dial, Tyrese Ross, the other additions. And you do have some decent players coming back. I mean, it's not like guys like Joey Hunter and Dominic Hill and O'Donnell Fortune and Jalen Dickerson and R.J. Roderick and Cam Smith, of course. It's not like they're all just bad players. But realistically, depth is a concern. I mean, we're talking about a unit that gave up 260 passing yards per game. So, again, I expect them to be an improved unit, but they're going to be an improved unit based off of a unit last year that was one of the worst in the country. So, I don't think they're going to be a strength. I think when South Carolina plays teams that can really throw the football around, I think we're going to struggle, especially if you're not getting pressure on the quarterback. Week 3 at Georgia, man. If JT Daniels is just sitting back there with time to throw, he's going to pick us apart. He's just going to flat out pick us apart. So it all comes down to the D-line, man. It all comes down to that defensive line. And we talked about the numbers when South Carolina generates 3 or more sacks. And I think they're like 16-3 since 2016 when they do that. So it's no secret, man. Getting pressure on the quarterback, the defensive line, it all starts at the line of scrimmage. And especially when you look at South Carolina, the strength on their defense, your defensive line just got to live up to the hype. Bottom line, they've got to live up to the hype and be that unit we all know they can be. Carolina Titans 6-6 and competitive in every game is my prediction. And Carolina Titan, I would take that. I would sign up for that right now. I think that would be an extremely successful first year under Shane Beamer. Obviously, my predictions are out there. I've got 6-6. You guys know 3-5 in the SEC, 6-6 overall. Again, at this point, you guys know my prediction. Let's see. Travis says, gutsy win last night, Chris. Heisman Mo can piss you off. Always feel like there's no pass blocking. It's hard. Travis, I will say this. I improved a lot. Playing on Heisman. Because I think what you learn when you play that game on Heisman, you really do just have to take when you play the game, you're like, this is what I want to do. And I guess it's like real football. It's like, this is what we want to do. But then you play the game and you're like, this is what I have to do. This is what the defense is giving me. I mean, bottom line, limiting turnovers. You can't throw picks. You can't turn the football over. You can't lock in on one receiver. I got better as we went. It's crazy, though, to think that we lost to Troy and East Carolina and went 9-3. So we are going to, guys, have a bonus game tonight. We're going to play a bowl game. Probably going to play Michigan or Penn State. I'm probably going to pick one of those two. But we are going to play a bonus bowl game. And then, guys, tomorrow night, the season simulation series will get underway. I'm going to post a schedule graphic for that tomorrow, maybe later today, probably tomorrow morning. But again, like I told you guys before, I know my good buddy Heath Hagler and others of you have said, Chris, we have no idea when you're playing. The whole dynasty stuff, it was very random because I was going back and forth from home and helping out with family and doing this and that, whatever. This is going to be a scheduled out thing. I mean, I'm looking at my calendar right now. Every single game is scheduled. Every single one. So you guys are going to know. I mean, today is what, August the 9th? God, that ring light is bright. The next 4 weeks, we are going to be streaming the season simulation series, 3 games per week. I have every game scheduled out. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff each and every single night that we go live, but I'm going to drop a schedule. So you guys will know every single game that we are playing, when we're playing, who we're playing it, what time, all that good stuff. So, if you guys have a calendar you want to pencil it into, you can, or whatever it might be. But just to make things easier for you guys, and again, I am someone that likes to operate on a bit of a schedule, if you will. And so getting these scheduled out and getting them out there will be a good thing for sure. Josh Reichley, the fan poll for the bowl game tonight is on Twitter. That is the easiest place to run a poll. So if you want to do that, be sure to do that. Be sure to go vote. Why not? Let's see what the poll says right now. The poll says Penn State with 52% of the vote. So, I mean, I'm going to run this poll all the way up until kickoff, which will probably be 7 o'clock. Actually, it might be like 6:30 because I've actually got an interview to do at 8 o'clock tonight. So we might kick off at 6:30 or maybe even 6. Who knows? But Penn State leading the way. So if you want to vote in that, go to Twitter. Let's see. Play Michigan for old time's sake. Travi, I bet we would take that season in a heartbeat this year. Weird losing to Troy and EC, but how could we not with 9-3? Yeah, no, I'd take it. I mean, it'd be the wackiest season ever. But, no, I'd definitely take it. No question. No question I would take it. So, again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Was trying to get this graphic finished real quick. We're about to drop a Meet the Wide Receivers graphic. If I can. Let's see, chat. Okay. So again, like I said, we talked wide receivers on today's show. Would love to hear your questions, your thoughts, and I'll tell you guys this. And if you listen to the show already, it dropped this morning. Like I said, I gave the receivers a D-. And what's crazy about it, though, is this, guys. Going into last season, right? Because I'll look at notes from the previous season, just be like, oh, that's what I was thinking then. It's kind of funny to look back and like, oh, that happened, that didn't happen, whatever. I gave the receivers going into last year a D+. A D+. So, I mean, dude, I could have given the receivers an F. Really, when grading the unit, I could have given them an F. The reason I didn't give them an F, though, is I'm like, I feel like giving them an F would say there's no potential, there's no talent, the unit is just bad. And I don't think that's the case. Like, I think we all believe there is at least some potential. There's talent in that room, no question. But I gave him a D- because when your leading returning receiver had 11 catches for 100 yards last year, and the 7 guys beyond Shi Smith had 40 catches for 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, guys, I'll be totally honest with you. I'll be totally honest with you. I think this is probably the worst receiving room in the SEC. I know that might sound harsh, but it's bad, guy. I mean, and I love Justin Stepp. I love what he's doing. I can't wait for him to prove me wrong. But right now, when you're handing out grades and you're talking about the units, you got to go off of what you know. We're not grading units based off projectability, and we're going off of what we know right now. And the most proven guy in your receiver room has never even taken a snap at South Carolina. That's Amarian Brown. Amarian Brown is the only guy in the receiver room that has really done it on this level. I know Ortre Smith had some success as a freshman. That was 4 years ago. And I mean, it's not like he caught for 1,000 yards. He had a couple touchdowns. All good. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but realistically, Amarian Brown's the only guy who's really been a big-time player on this level, and he's never taken a snap at South Carolina. So, you know, the outlook of the room is bleak right now. The key, and I talked about all this on the show, right? You just got to find a number one guy. You don't need 4 or 5 guys to step up. If they do, great, but you just got to find that number one guy. Just make a defense think for a split second, we might go over the top, because you're going to use the tight ends in the passing game. You're going to use the backs in the passing game, and you're going to run the football. Bottom line, you're going to run the football. So you don't need 3, 4, 5 guys to be big-time playmakers and develop. Just find one, maybe two guys week in, week out you can depend on that are consistent, that'll catch the football, right? So, but it's, you know, and the only way you're going to solve that receiver room, I mean, unless Justin Stepp is a miracle worker, which I hope he is, you got to recruit. You got to go get some big-time ball players on the outside, man. You got to go recruit some receivers. I know we have a ton of receivers, and I said this right after the spring game, and I'll say it again. We got a ton of guys right now. Got a ton of guys in the room. We got to find some dudes. We got to find some dudes that are going to make plays week after week. Brandon Wagner, that's not a crazy take. Like you said, right now we have a bunch of high school 4-stars. No one's proven. Yeah. I mean, and that's, you know, the great point that my guys on the Sports Objective made, that, you know, and we're going to, you know, we're going to find out this year. We're really going to find out in the receiver room what just bad coaching. Like and I think certainly some of it is that. I mean, there's no question. It doesn't make sense to get guys like Van and Smith and Rico Powers and Jakari Caldwell and these guys that are highly touted prospects, and they come to Columbia. Xavier Legette, they come to Columbia, nothing. Just nothing. So I think a lot of it was coaching. But it's just hard for me to look at the receiver room and say, oh man, all these guys are they're gonna prove how great they are and this, that. And it's like, show me. I'm just in show me mode. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen. I'm not saying we don't have talent in the room, but I'm in show me mode. I'm not the guy that's going to go out there and predict that our receivers are going to be this big surprise. Like I said, if we have 3 consistent receivers, that's a successful year for this unit. I just said if you find a number one guy, just find that. That'll take care of kind of the rest. You just got to have a number one. You just have to have a guy on the outside that's going to scare people a little bit. Brandon Wagner, I really want Dak to be that guy. Will also prove that Muschamp had no idea how to use him. I don't think Dak's going to be a number one. I don't think that, you know, he'll be your number one option. I do think Dak will have a good year, though. I think Dak will be utilized. I think a guy like Dak is someone that, yeah, we're going to see just how bad the coaching staff was in regards to, you know, in regards to getting the most out of guys. Bottom line. So we got a text here on the text line. Robbie Davis. He says, what's up, Chris? I can't remember if I've asked this question or not, so I'm going to ask it. What safety and corner do you think could help us drastically in a good way in Beamer's first year? Safety, Jalen Dickerson. Corner, well, I mean, I think Karan Prunty from Kansas, but I say Cam Smith. I think Cam Smith is going to have a big year. So Dickerson and Cam Smith for me. And my mom is doing well, Robbie. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Yeah, she's doing well. Just in a boot, just getting along. Let's see here. Sean O'Brien, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Phil in the TDC Questions channel in the Big Cock Club Discord. He says, great minds think alike. Thought Outback Bowl versus Michigan would be perfect. Just voted for Michigan. Phil, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I mean, like I said, I wasn't really even planning on doing the bowl game, but it's one of those things where I've got the evening free, and it's like, why not? It's fun. I mean, I enjoy it. I really, really, truly enjoy it. So, but I can tell you this, Phil, I am so excited for the season preview, not the season preview series. Already did that. The season simulation series. I'm so excited for that because, guys, if you're not familiar with what it is, so you know how you've been tuning in and you're watching me play the game, right? Well, how that's working out, I am playing it on TV and then it's streaming onto my computer, right? So it's happening on TV as me playing it before it happens on the computer, right? So that's why you see the early reactions from me. And I wish maybe I'm just not smart enough. I wish I knew how to get the delay and make it where I don't know. What this is going to be is it's going to be the exact same setup. Like, you guys are going to see me, hear me, all that good stuff. We're going to watch the computer play. Like, we're going to watch this thing unfold. So you're going to get real-time reactions from yours truly. And it's a good time. I mean, it's a really, really good time. I've been doing this for the past 2 years. This, how we're going to do it now, is how I've wanted to do it the last 2 years. Just didn't have the capabilities. I didn't have the new MacBook. I didn't have Streamlabs. I didn't have the whole setup. So I'm really, really excited, guys. The season simulation series, it's a blast. I mean, I know some people might think it's silly. Dude, it is so much fun. It's some of the most fun content I make. And again, we're going to actually play it in Dynasty mode. So we're going to go through and track it week by week by week. We're going to have statistics, everything. I'm really excited for it. It's a good time. It's a very, very good time. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Appreciate you guys tuning in, guys. Like I said, if you see me looking down, I'm actually trying to finish this wide receiver graphic. Believe it or not, there are like, let me see, 60. There are 19 receivers on our roster. Now, again, some of these guys you guys have probably never heard of, but there are 19 actual receivers on our roster, believe it or not. Yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But, like I said, guys, we talked receivers as we continued through the position unit previews. We talked wide receivers on today's show. And, I made the point on the podcast, and I know you guys don't mind, but I sort of was just joking. I was like, all right, hey, everybody was telling me for months now how much they love the positivity and they love the positive energy and the content. And all, and I love it too. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, hey, now, stick with me now, because today's show, and it felt weird because it's been a while, I was very harsh and very blunt. And, like I told you guys, I'm excited for Beamer. I'm excited for this season. I'm excited for the prospects of this season. I mean, I'm fired up. But when it comes to breaking down this team and getting in the nitty-gritty, you got to be honest. You got to be honest about what you got. And wide receiver, until proven otherwise, it could be proven otherwise, but until proven otherwise, guys, it's a deficiency. It just is. Bottom line, it's a major, major deficiency. It is a major deficiency. So, like I said, I'd love for Justin Stepp and his squad to prove me wrong and have a great year. And there's potential. There's talent. Amarian Brown. I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little nervous about Amarian Brown because I haven't heard Shane Beamer say a word about the guy. So I hope I'm not just hyping him up to hype him up. But, I mean, you look at his film at Georgia Tech. I think he should be a big-time ball player for us. There we go. Just finished the graphic. I think he should be a big-time ball player for us. I mean, what he did at Tech, and, he tied the freshman record with Calvin Johnson. I mean, that's pretty damn good company to be, and a guy who just got inducted in the Hall of Fame. So, maybe Amarian Brown steps up. Maybe Dak Joyner has the best year of his Gamecock career. Maybe Josh Vann, you finally get something out of him. Maybe Ortre Smith is finally 110% healthy. Maybe E.J. Jenkins can slide outside and be a big – I think we all expect him to be a red zone threat, but maybe he can be a down-the-field threat for you. Maybe a guy like Xavier Legette finally comes into his own. These youngsters like Rico Powers and Jakari Caldwell, maybe they can evolve and develop into something big time. Maybe Omega Blake and Sam Reynolds, the true freshman, maybe they can make an immediate impact. But again, it's all maybe. It's all guesswork. It's all speculation. It's all potential. Nobody's actually done it. You know what I mean? So I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a room that comes into this season with quite as much lack of production as we have. I mean, that's just being totally honest, man. Again, like I said, when your leading returning receiver had 11 catches for 100 yards last year, guys, your top 7 returning receivers had 40 catches for 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, that was the biggest damn disappointment of the season last year in some respects at the receiver position, that nobody stepped up outside of Schatzman. Nobody. Absolutely no one. So that was my biggest thing, and that was one of the reasons I kept defending Colin Hill last year. I don't think Colin Hill was some great player. Certainly I'm not saying that, but, I mean, the man had no help. He had nobody. I mean, we think back to the Florida game last year. It was just drop after drop after drop. Just all the drops. So, I mean, that's got to get solved, man. Because as much as I think this team is going to be a run-heavy bunch, you got to throw the ball at some point to win. I mean, you're just going to have to. There's going to come a point where a team is going to say, come hell or high water, you are not going to run the ball on us. You're not just going to shove it down our throat. We're going to stack the box, beat us with the pass. Luke Doty, you're going to have to throw to win. Receivers, you're going to have to get open. You're going to have to make catches in traffic. You're going to have to do something. You're going to make plays in the passing game. So, Sean O'Brien, do you see Zaquandre White getting set up in the slot, or do you see him strictly being in the running back room? Well, I mean, again, I think the running backs will be used in the passing game. So, do I think Zaquandre White will consistently be put on the outside? Not necessarily, but I think certainly, I mean, listen, if it can help this football team, and it can, produce points and, dude, do whatever you got to do. So, especially, I mean, if you're struggling off it, you got to try anything. You got to try anything and everything. So I think they'll do whatever they have to do to score points. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting this graphic up. You guys will enjoy this graphic. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. A couple quick reminders, by the way. Hold on. I wanted to get this graphic out before we went live, but I couldn't quite get it in. I've been shipping koozies all morning, by the way. So if you've ordered koozies, they are going out this morning. Yeah, a couple of quick reminders. So we are back out live at Tin Roof Wednesday. Very excited. 5 to 7. We'll be live each and every single Wednesday from this Wednesday until the end of football season. We will not be missing another one. So come on out, Tin Roof in the Vista. Very excited to be joined by a couple of the media boys, Mike Uva and Mike Gillespie. Will both join me. I think Mike Uva is going to be there 5:15. Mike Uva 5:15, Mike Gillespie 6:15. So come on out. Going to be a really, really good time, guys. Again, $3 drafts, $10 wings. It's a lot of fun. It's only going to get more fun as we get closer and closer and closer to kickoff. Also, guys, I do want to remind you all, ticket giveaway. Our friends right here at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, very excited for this. We are giving away a pair of tickets to the Gamecocks season opener against EIU. Drawing or official winner will be determined this Wednesday night. That's a giveaway on Instagram, by the way, specifically on Instagram. Head over to Instagram. We just posted in our story. Like the post, tag 3 friends, and you have to follow Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, guys. I cannot stress that enough. If I do the random picker and I pick someone and I see on their profile they don't follow Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, guys, I'm not going to pick you as the winner. So do yourself a favor and make sure you do everything necessary to give yourself a chance to win. Again, we're giving away a pair of tickets to week 1 against EIU, and I think this is something we're going to try to give away a pair of tickets to each and every single home game this season. Again, I truly appreciate our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, but guys, seriously, make sure you follow them, because if you don't, you are not eligible. You're not eligible. I'm trying to help y'all out. Make sure you follow them. Please do yourself that favor. Also, quick reminder, guys, we will be live next Friday for those in the Low Country. Friday, August the 20th. We will be live at Rita's Restaurant, Bar and Grill, Folly Beach, Charleston, South Carolina. Going to be a really good time down there in Folly, 5 to 7 with my guy Cox by 90. Really, really pumped. I know what you guys are probably going to say. The Gamecock Central event that's at Steel Hands in Columbia. Hate it's the same day. It randomly just happened. I selfishly wanted to go to Gamecock Central's event. But either way, for those who are in the Low Country that maybe don't want to make the drive to Columbia, we will be down there talking Gamecocks on the beach. You simply cannot beat it. So going to be a really, really good time. If you're down there, really, really excited for that. Cannot wait. Appreciate the fine folks at Rita's for having us, and my guy Jeff O'Hara, a.k.a. Cox by 90, for bringing me out. It's going to be a really, really good time. All right, 843-790-3377. My guys, just posted the wide receiver graphic, by the way. So for those who are interested in the Gamecocks wide receivers, the wide receiver room, what that looks like, you can see that now on Twitter IG, and Facebook. Like I said, it's funny, guys. You probably don't even know there's going to be names on there you've never heard of before. Dusty Rhodes, Rita's is next Friday, August the 20th. And again, we'll continue to promote that and everything. Friday, August the 20th. We will be down in Charleston at Folly Beach. Rita's at Folly Beach. 5 to 7 will be live. And if you cannot be there and you want to tune in, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, exactly how we're streaming now, we will stream it. We will also stream it via social media and via all the platforms I just mentioned. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Like I said, quick reminder, episode 479. I'm almost losing track of them. There's so many. Episode 479 dropped this morning. Talking Gamecocks receivers as we continue along the position unit previews, talking wide receivers, also some early fall camp takeaways, your listener questions, and a great conversation, great interview with Travis Haney, a man who used to be on the Gamecocks beat for the Post and Courier from 2007 to 2011. Really, really good stuff on today's podcast. Let's see. Elizabeth Ballard said, I'm more worried about our receivers than our secondary. That's fair. I mean, that's fair. You know, those are both the biggest question marks on the football team. Which one is a bigger question mark? I probably would say receiver, to be totally honest with you, because I feel good about Cam Smith. I feel you got to love what Prunty brings to the table. Dude, I don't know who the hell's going to be the guy at receiver. I truly don't. I do not, guys. I do not. I mean, I think there's some dudes with potential in that room. Don't get me wrong. I do. I think there's guys with potential, but it's really hard to look at. I'm going to make my projected depth chart for the receivers. It's hard. It's hard to do that. It's honestly hard to do that because it's like, who can we depend on? You know what I mean? Who can we depend on week after week? So it's tough. I mean, it's very tough. It's very, very tough. I'm not going to lie. Joe Anders, need for James to be a guy that can come down with PI calls and one-on-one matchups. Yeah, I mean, 6'7.5", he should be a matchup nightmare. Catch the damn ball. Yeah. Just catch it. Just catch it. Let's just start with catching it. You know what I mean? We can worry about making the circus catches at some later date. Let's just catch it. Catch the easy ones. Just start there. John Gibbs says, what's up, Chris? I'll say this, maybe the fact we don't have a star or go-to man going into this year. We will have multiple guys do well and step up when everyone feels they're on the same playing field. And all positions are open. That creates competition. Who knows what can happen? I hear what you're saying, John, and I respect it. You're trying to see glasses half full. And I totally respect that. Maybe you're right. You do need a number one guy, though. You know, because if you don't, if everybody's your number one guy, then nobody's your number one guy. Like we need to, it's just like at any other position, man. Hey, I love Marshawn Lloyd, love Kevin Harris, Amos, White, but guess what? When it gets to crunch time and it's 3rd and 1, I need to know who the hell I'm giving the ball to. Who's my guy? Who's my guy, right? It's great to have options, but who's your guy? When it's 3rd and 10 and we have to throw the ball, or it's a 3rd and goal and we need to throw a fade route, who's the guy? Who's the guy we can turn to? Who's our guy that's going to make plays? Because, again, if everybody's the guy, nobody is. You got to find some dudes you can really, truly depend on. You have confidence in. Because, I mean, what I fear is if you don't have a number one wide receiver and you're constantly shuffling receivers week in and week out, you will never develop consistency in the passing game. And like I said, I know we're going to be a run-heavy team. I fully expect that, but you're going to have to throw. You're going to have to throw at some point to win a game. You are. Travie, maybe nickel and dime it to give our guys some confidence early in the year. Yeah, dude, I mean, use week 1 for sure against EIU. And listen, are we going to really learn anything from that ball game? Not necessarily, but, God, use it as a confidence builder, man. Get some of these guys out there. Get them some catches. Let them feel good about something. You know what I mean? Let's see. Phil says in the TDC Questions channel in the Big Cock Club Discord, how the hell do we have 18 wide receivers on the roster? We have no proven receivers that you feel confident about in a Carolina uniform. That is a damn shame. Phil, it's actually 19, by the way. I just posted the graphic. It's literally 3 pages of wide receivers. 3 pages. Yeah. I don't know. I truly don't know. I truly don't know. That's a great question, Phil. It's a great question. Elizabeth said, you are rolling on the content and getting guys on the show. I'm loving it. Elizabeth, thank you all. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Jay, if you could put one former player on this year's team, who you picking? Maybe Alshon. I mean, maybe Alshon, man. That's tough, man, because we have needs in so many different areas. I would say this. Offense, I'd say Alshon. Defense, I'd say Swearinger. I think having Swearinger in the back end of the defense would be a game changer for us. Dusty Rhodes, again, Rita's is August the 20th. Friday, August the 20th, live at Rita's at Folly Beach in Charleston. 5 to 7. We'll be live talking Carolina football, sort of a kickoff show, if you will, talking EIU, just talking Gamecocks football as a whole, taking your questions, your comments, everything else. Going to be a really, really good time with my guy, Cox by 90. Very, very excited. Jeff O'Hara, a good buddy of mine. He does a fantastic job. Really excited to join him and chat it up. Kevin C., is your thought that Lloyd will be RB1 based on things you've heard from practice or based on his talent? I think he's a stud, but only one guy has proved at the college level. Kevin, great point. And some of you may, that's a great point. We didn't go live on the Daily Crow last week for me to justify and explain myself. So my projected depth chart is going into week 1. It's going into week 1, okay? Kevin Harris probably won't even play week 1 because of his back procedure. So that's why I listed Marshawn Lloyd RB1. Now, also, is Marshawn Lloyd very, very talented? Yes. Could Marshawn Lloyd take the job? Yes. But it wasn't meant as a slight at Kevin Harris or trying to put disrespect. It was just Kevin Harris probably won't even play in the first game. So Marshawn Lloyd's going to be RB1 going into game 1. That was the whole reasoning behind it. You know, that was the whole reasoning. Now, I'll say this too, and it might piss people off, and I don't know why. I think Gamecock fans, we just want to so badly wrap our arms around one guy. And that's why we take it so personally, or some people take it so personally when Kevin Harris gets disrespected or doesn't get listed where he should in the preseason all conference teams or this, that, whatever. Guys, I'm going to be very honest. The reality is this, and it's a luxury for us. It's not a problem. It's a luxury. But the fact of the matter is this. If Marshawn Lloyd is 110% healthy, guys, I know he hasn't proven on this level. He's never taken a snap in a game yet. He hasn't. But if he's 110% healthy, guys, if Marshawn Lloyd is the dude we recruited him to be, he's by far the best running back on the roster. And recruiting doesn't mean everything stars. I mean, I hear you. I get it. But people love to tout the stars in recruiting. You know what I mean? So if Marshawn Lloyd's 110% healthy, he's let me put it this way. He's the most talented running back on the roster. No slight at Kevin Harris. That's a fact. It's a fact. Highest rated running back prospect since Marcus Lattimore. But the reason Kevin Harris would be listed RB1 going into week 1 if he was healthy, but he had a back procedure. And he's going to be fine. He could probably play week 1 if we needed him. But why would you play him? We have much bigger fish to fry in a couple weeks. So let Marshawn Lloyd tote the rock week 1. Let Zaquandre White do it. Rashad, you got plenty of guys. You know what I mean? But that's why I did that. R.L. Smith, wide receiver's a question mark, but he has a lot of potential and finally a proven SEC wide receiver coach. Yeah, hey, like I said on the show, what this provides is a fantastic opportunity for Justin Stepp. What an opportunity he has, right? To prove like how good of a coach he is and developer. And man, if he can go out there and we can find 3 or 4 consistent guys and dependable guys in that receiver room, man, you're looking at Justin Stepp like this dude is a freaking miracle worker. So what an opportunity for him. And I like Justin Stepp a lot, dude. I love the hire. Love it. Jay, Pine Tar on the gloves. Yeah. Carolina Titan, I just want to see a competitive team that plays with heart. We've looked so bad the last few seasons. And I think you will see that. And I agree with you. And I think you will see that. By the way, guys, I've been shipping out the koozies. I would get up and grab them, but they're over there. I don't want to move. Just got in 200 TSUS stickers, by the way. If you want a free sticker, come out to Tin Roof. Come out to our tailgate, which I'm going to promote and going to make the announcement officially of the spots and all that here shortly, probably this week. Come out to Rita's on location, on site. I will have these stickers on me. Also, when we get to game day, I'll have them on me. If you see me, I'll give you a sticker. But we just got in stickers, the Spurs Up Show stickers. Very excited for that, guys. So, again, if you're at Tin Roof, if you can be there in person, I will have those to give away. So, really excited for that. But we're shipping out the koozies now. We're shipping out the merch. Again, guys, thank you all so much for the love and support when it comes to the merch and the koozies and everything we're rocking and rolling with. I apologize for the delay, the wait some of you may have had, but most of you should have your koozies by now. There's another shipment that actually just went out this morning. So I appreciate you guys' patience. But seriously, man, thank you for the love and support. It's been incredible. Braden Tribb, I think we're going to be a little underwhelmed with Lloyd. Expectations are extremely high with him. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, maybe we will. Maybe we will. But the guy was a 5-star prospect for a reason. Travie, we need that dude that said he was going to be the dude after all our other dudes left for the league. Dude. Yes, Travie, dudes. Dudes being dudes. You love it. John Gibbs, great job on the win against Clem Sucks, a.k.a. that team, upstate team yesterday. That was fun. Dude, and what a drive. What a drive late in the game. Go down there and take the lead with like 3 minutes to go. Can't believe Dabo punted. They'll be talking about that punt for months to come, years to come in Tiger Town. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's a good time. It's a good time. Let's see. Wesley Newmar, what's your thoughts on keeping the foot on the gas the entire game, every game, instead of all this conservative play from the past? I mean, I think that's what you'll see. Again, I don't want fans to think we're going to go for it on every single fourth down or, you know, we're never going to punt again. We'll never kick another field goal. But I do think you'll see this staff lean to being more aggressive. I just think you have to. You know what I mean? Like, I think you kind of have to. So, yeah, I think we will be aggressive, at least more aggressive. Like I said, you can't be so aggressive that you play yourself out of games and you're just acting absolutely ridiculous. But yes, I think we will be more aggressive. So let's see. Harris told reporters on Monday he is still waiting on full clearance so he can return to practice. He's not sure about the timing, but is confident he'll be available for the Gamecocks season opener on September the 4th against Eastern Illinois. So that just came out. Now, with that being said, though, guys, he's not even cleared yet. Even if he's going to get cleared, he's going to be available for week 1. Why would you play him? Like, why would you rush him back? I'm not saying you don't play him at all. If you want to get him some carries, fine. But I would just say, hey, let's let Marshawn, the other guys, let's get them reps. Kevin, you want to get 5 or 6 carries? Cool. But what's the point in rushing a guy back? I mean, if he's ready to go, he's ready to go. I'm just saying. I don't think you'll see them rush him back. R.L. Smith. Let's see. Gamecock Nation Discord. All the Discords going up. Yeah, sure. Send me the link. Send me the invite. Whatever. Why not? Chandler Bryant, live from Myrtle Beach. What's going on, Chandler? Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate it, guys. By the way, quick reminder, a lot of reminders, a lot of stuff happening. The official launch of the expanded Daily Crow that will be noon to 2 instead of noon to 1, noon to 2, right? We've been talking about this for months, I feel like. The expanded Daily Crow officially launches Monday, August the 23rd. So we've got this week, we've got next week, and then the Daily Crow will expand from 1 hour to 2 hours. Very, very excited for that, guys. Again, I feel like, and I know without a shadow of a doubt, it is the right decision with the season coming up, and there's going to be a lot of people tuned in with questions, comments, calls, everything else, and I want to take each and every single one. Going to be a really, really good time. Noon to 2. We will start that Monday, August the 23rd. Very excited for that. So tell your boss, hey, I need to lengthen my lunch break by an hour. Go ahead and tell your boss that. Why not? Kevin C., who do you think our biggest SEC rival is? When you combine dislike with competitive games, I think it's Tennessee. That's fair. I mean, I would say it's Georgia, but I get what you're saying in the sense of like, for it to be a rivalry, it needs to be like, we beat them as much as they beat us. So I guess Tennessee would fall in that category because I think since 2010, it's like, what is it, 5-5? Maybe we're leading 6-4, but it's pretty damn close to 500. Brack, I do want to see Parker White break the record. He has been through a lot. Yeah, and I think he certainly will. He needs 70 points to do it. I think he will. No doubt. I think he will. Let's see again, guys. 843-790-3377. Got about 10 minutes to go. Time flies when you were having fun, and again, it feels good to be back, guys. Thank you all so much for being cool. Rolling with the punches last week, of course, with me being in Missouri, no Daily Crow. I tell you though, it feels good to be live once again. I've grown. I love the Daily Crow, man. It's as part of my daily routine as I hope it is yours. It's incredible. I truly enjoy it. I thank you all so much for tuning in, asking your questions, being interactive, guys. What's crazy is we're damn near on a year to the date that we actually started the Daily Crow. It was around this time where we actually started it, and the way that it's evolved and grown and it's been incredible. It's been incredible. So I say thank you all so much, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. It truly is. We might even have a revamped, remodeled setup behind me. Who knows for the expanded daily. I don't know. I kind of like the setup. I like the setup now. I'll be totally honest with you. I do like it. I do like it. So I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. I know one thing. We got to get Travis Haney's books back here. I talked to him about that. We got to get his books back here. Travis says Bruce Staley. Is he related to Deuce? Is his cousin? It's his cousin, by the way. So it's his cousin. Yeah. John Gibbs says, I truly think our defense is going to step up most this year. Yes, our secondary has questions, but if our O-line or if our line dominates and linebackers can play at least average, they'll take the load off the back end. Defensive line is going to kill it this year. They better. I mean, I'd say, John, they better. Our defense has no chance. And I think they will. Yeah, you've got a ton of talent up there and guys like Enigbare and Birch and Pickens and Sandage and Huntley and Jabari Ellis and Tonka and, all that. So, I think the D-line will eat. I think they'll have a big-time year. And, we'll see what happens with the rest of the defense. But, we all know what the question mark is. It's secondary. We all know what it is. The secondary's got to step up, that bottom line. So we'll see if they do. Great Bisbee, got any post-game guests lined up? So, Great Bisbee, I'm assuming you're talking about for, like, once we get in the season, the tailgate and all that. So we're going to have a game day pregame show at the tailgate. As far as post-game shows, I don't know yet. The post-game shows are a little harder, to be totally honest with you. We'll see. Like I said, I don't know. We'll see. Just because when you get back to the tailgate from the game, you're breaking down I just logistically, I don't know if it's going to work, but at minimum, we will have a pregame show. We will have a pregame show with guests. Going to be a really, really good time. Skyland says, your starting 22 has got to stay healthy. No question. Yeah, this team is not good enough or deep enough to suffer injuries. There's no doubt. So, yeah, staying healthy is a major, major, major priority. Major priority. So, yep, no question. Absolutely no question. R.L. Smith says, Luke Doty was a highly rated prospect at a high school. I think the expectation for him to develop into a good SEC starter is perfectly valid. Fans will expect him to not make too many mistakes. Yeah, I think the sky's the limit for Luke Doty. Phil says in the TDC Questions channel on the Big Cock Club Discord, Muschamp hackers running wild in the wide receiver room. When Stepp turns that room around, it'll be one of the best coaching jobs in recent memory. Hey, I agree. I mean, dude, like I said, Justin Stepp has that opportunity. That's exciting for a coach. That's exciting for fans to see if it can happen. So I love the addition of Justin Stepp. I think he's going to be a positive addition to Gamecocks football. We'll see what he can do with this room. We'll see what he can do. R.L. Smith, we've seen other young quarterbacks in the league do well recently. Yeah, I mean, I think the sky's the limit for Luke Doty. I think they're going to set him up. They're going to put him in positions to be successful. Shane Beamer, Marcus Satterfield. I don't think they're going to ask him to do too much or things he can't do. But, yeah, I like Luke Doty, man. I like his upside. Scott Stamey says, will you have merch on hand at the tailgates? Great question, Scott. Most likely no, just because having merch on hand would require me having inventory. And the only merch right now I could see myself having inventory of is the Beamer Ball stuff. Now, with that being said, I've thought about taking online orders. At the games, at the tailgate, if you will. Most likely will not. I don't know yet. I know that's not a great answer, Scott. We're figuring those details out right now. Most likely, though, will not have merch on hand. Yeah, just getting inventory and doing all that is just it's a process in itself, Scott, to be totally honest with you. It's a total process in itself. Now, like I said, I might have shirts displayed and merch displayed that is ours, but as far as like having merch to sell at the tailgate, it probably won't happen. I'll be totally honest with you. So it's just, I'd love to sell it on in person, man. But it's like, dude, like when you have an online store, it's just so much easier to sell it that way. I mean, from the small business side, it's so much easier to sell it that way. So. Let's see. Kevin C. If you could implement one change immediately to improve Willie B's game day experience, what would you choose? There's a couple of glaring improvements that could be made. Wi-Fi in the stadium, or good, dependable Wi-Fi, that would be awesome. The ribbon boards, no question. I mean, that's the one I think everybody says. The ribbon boards, I would do that. Like the LED lights and all that. You know, I think that would certainly be one. You know, I guess continuing to improve concessions and bathrooms, like renovating those. I don't know. I mean, other than that, I think Willie B's a great place to catch a game. I think it is right now a great place to catch a game. Yeah, Carolina Titan, thank you. Says get the likes up. Yeah, guys, if you want to support the business, support the channel, support the content, and you're on YouTube, you can through Super Chat and Super Stickers, and appreciate you guys who have already done that. Also, we're still rocking and rolling with the Big Cock Club, and guys, right now is the time to join because, hey, we've got behind-the-scenes tidbits with fall camp, with everything going on in fall camp. Like I said, we've got a guy who's been updating us with things on the inside, if you will. We'll have updates from Saturday's scrimmage. So be sure to join the Big Cock Club, patreon.com/Big Cock Club. Also, hey, we're talking about merchandise. You join the Big Cock Club, you get a 20% discount code for life from the merch. So, I mean, that alone is worth joining the Big Cock Club. Also, as we roll into the season, the Behind the Beak vlog content is going to be rocking and rolling. You know, the Discord's going to be going crazy. Join today, patreon.com/Big Cock Club. And again, appreciate those who are in the Big Cock Club. Thank you to all of you. John Gibbs says, I know the biggest thing we can do, but it's a conference thing, is to let fans on the field. Need to get everyone more involved. Again, that's so out of South Carolina's control, and it is a conference thing. I don't see that changing. I don't see that changing at all. So let's see. Ben Portnoy, Jalen Brooks talking now, got asked about reflecting on last year not being eligible to now. Jalen Brooks said he did not feel comfortable or good about his progress. I'm just happy I've been correcting those things through practice and through the summer. We'll see. Maybe. I mean, I think right now Jalen Brooks is one of the top 3 receivers. I think it's him. I think it's Josh Vann. Who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah, I think we'll have exclusive Muschamp Hackers merch for the Big Cock Club members. So I think that's coming soon. Discount code Muschamp Hackers. Rhett Godbold, I heard Doty's problem is reading defense. I would love to know where you heard that from. I mean, as you do. Yeah. Robbie Davis again texts in. Just want to say, I hope you have a great week and go Gamecocks. Like I said, guys, quick reminder. Episode 479 that dropped this morning, position unit preview, Rage is on, talking wide receivers on today's show. Also, we had some early fall camp takeaways on the podcast, your listener questions, and a great conversation, fantastic interview with Travis Haney, who was on the Gamecocks beat from 2007 to 2011, made a huge impact in the Columbia area. It was awesome chatting with Trav. Also, again, guys, like a quick reminder, like I said, we'll be back live at Tin Roof this Wednesday, 5 to 7. Mike Yuva and Mike Gillespie, a couple media boys in the local Columbia area, joining me. Going to be a good time as we return there, talk Gamecocks football. We'll be live from there every single Wednesday, from this Wednesday all the way through the end of the season, all the way through the end, guys. We are locked in the studio now, and it feels so damn good. Like I said, I set my calendar yesterday, and I was like, this is beautiful. I mean, this is beautiful. Truly a work of art. So, guys, I'm fired up. I'm excited. 26 days till kickoff. It's gonna be game week. I mean, literally before you know it. It is going to be game week before you know it. And I can't wait for that. I cannot wait to take this all in with each and every single one of you. Like I said, guys, Expanded Daily Crow will start Monday, August the 23rd. Details on the tailgate coming soon. We're rocking, we're rolling right now. Content bleeding out of the eyeballs, like I've said before. John Gibbs lineup. Yes, spot the damn ball. Spot the damn ball. Let's do it now. Spot the damn ball. Again, guys, going to go ahead and wrap it up. We just hit 1 o'clock. Again, guys, thank you all so much for the love and support. Seriously, guys. Seriously, thank you. Thank you, man. Rocking and rolling with us. I know things have been crazy over this preseason and summer and, me going back and forth between home and out of town and going to Missouri and all that. But truly, I cannot say enough good things, guys, about the love and support you guys have shown. Some shows or some outlets, I can't speak really for other people, but, I think people would expect, things really slow down and nothing's going on. Dude, it has been freaking crazy all preseason, all summer, and that's because of you guys. So thank you all so much for the love and support, guys. Again, we'll be live all week long. The Daily Crow is back, noon to 1. Podcast will drop again on Thursday, live at Tin Roof Wednesday. We've got a packed week, and I cannot wait to take it in with all of you guys. Have a great rest of your Monday. Hey, stay tuned, by the way, for the bowl game stream tonight. If you're interested in such things, we'll probably take on either Michigan or Penn State in the Outback Bowl tonight as a fun bonus stream, and stay tuned to the schedule for the season simulation series that will literally begin tomorrow night. Going to be a ton of fun, guys. You have a great rest of your Monday. We'll talk to you.